Look, that's going to be your new teacher, but she looks a little older. Hi, Dolly students. I am pleased to announce that during this brilliant date, I will be your teacher, and I indeed expect a lot from. Hi, my name is Azarias Vinces, and according to the linguistic diversity, the variable of age, we know about it that language changes as we grow. That's why children, teenagers, adults, and even old people, all of this has have some different way to express. And all the vocabulary it's different and the tone that they manage it's so different too. That is this very.
Hi, my name is Natalie Vasconez, and in this the short video, and be taking about linguistic variations. What they are, we the word, the matter, and how she think in everything life. The other variation in language are the difference in speech and speak based on a person's girl. This can um, be observed in vocabulary, in sound or communication styles. They are not fixed rules by writers. Diverse ways of expression on self according to identify culture and context. This in this general, we learn about linguistic gender variance with reference to the difference that exist in the way people speak based on their gender. There are dialogue between I teachers and here students. We saw how girls and boys sometimes use the different word or expression to say the same thing, make or say how nice, and the boy means say how cool. This, but
Oh man, this stuff's so good. Make you wanna lick your damn fingers. This dish is absolutely exquisite. Every bite is a true pleasure.
Well, socioeconomic status is a type of linguistic variation that shows how people's way of speaking changes depending on their social and economic background. In these two examples, we can observe how people from lower socioeconomic status may use more informal language, slangs, and not standard grammar, and also they speak more casually, right? While people from higher socioeconomic status often use standard grammar, formal vocabulary, and structured sentences. But I want to emphasize that these differences are not about intelligence, right? They are just about social context, environments, and experiences.
Hello everyone, my name is Angelica Barahona and welcome to this video. Today I'm excited to talk to you about a fascinating aspect of language called the social variable. By the end of the video, you will understand what social variable is and how it can be observed right in our classrooms. So, what is socialite variable? Simple but socialite is a way of speaking that characteristic of a particular social group. These groups can be defined by factors like age, social class, occupation, or even shared interest. The variable part refers to the specific language features like vocabulary, pronunciation, or grammar that change depending on which group someone belongs to. Socialites are different from dialects, which are more about where you're from. Graphically, socialites are about who you are socially and the groups you identify with. For example, the words, phrases, or even the tone you use to your friends versus when you are speaking to your teacher. Let's look at the classroom example. Imagine a student named Maria. When Maria talks to her friends during lunch, she might use informal language like "Hey, what's up?" or even slang that's popular among her age group, such as "That quiz was a piece of cake," or however, when Maria speaks to her teacher, she is likely to switch to a more formal style. Some
Teacher, we have homework to do like painting and drawing or cutting out. But do you also have homework? That's a good question. And yes, I do. I use some virtual programs to make lesson plans, and sometimes I code certain pages for use them in class. Well, now about register. This is not only for formal or informal speech. This shows us how language can change between the context or the profession or even the group. And this shows us how people can adapt their language in different contexts. For example, when what are they doing or who they are with. And that's what we watch on the ascent, where the teacher can use different vocabulary with the students because he has another profession.
Oh, did you see that new show last night? It was fire. We should totally watch it together. Oh, yes, Miss Lee, we're almost done with the research. We'll be ready to present by the end of the class.
Well, this is code switching, the ability to change your language or speech style depending on the social context. In these two senses, we can observe how the student switches from informal speech with his friends to a more formal language when talking to the teacher.
Regional variation in a language refers to the difference that exists in the way from speaking and depending on the geographic localization of the speakers. These variations include differences in accent, vocabulary, and grammar. For example, speakers from different regions may pronounce of the same words differently, as in the case pronunciation differences between British and American English, or between Spanish from Spain and Spanish from Latin America. In addition, vocabulary can vary considerably with words that are common in one region but completely foreign in another. Accent is one of the most obvious aspects of regional variation. Speakers from different areas may have a different way of pronouncing words, which can be a clear sign of their geographic origin. In English, for example, the accent of London Cockney is very different from that of Liverpool in the rural areas of northern England. Similarly, the Spanish spoken in Argentina differs from the Spanish spoken in Mexico or Spain, not only because of the accent, but also because of the use of the certain regional words in expressions. English vocabulary. In British English, the word biscuit is used to refer what in American English is called a cookie. While in the United States, a biscuit is a tall roll. In United Kingdom, a biscuit is a crunchy cookie.